Woman, eh. Woman, eh. Woman, asalo una ma woman demo. Asalo una ma woman dem for all over the world. Asalo una. For whichever place una dey una dey watch the video, una welcome for my take. My name na Gina F. Today I dey continue with American 101 and the focus is American education. Before I dive too deep into the video, please, if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Subscribe, like, and share. Leave me a comment on what you think about the video. What is your own advice about American education? Please don't forget to like, and share. Thank you. Now let's dive into the topic. American education. Yes. Like every other thing I am saying, American system is a little bit different from most other countries. Their educational system is also a little bit different. Doesn't mean that the knowledge you will get will be different. You will still have the knowledge, but the educational system is a little bit different. So today I want to talk about American education. First of all, my brothers and sisters, when you come to America, I want you to know that whatever education you have out of America is good. But when you are in America, you must go some kind of school or training in America for you to be able to work in America. That is what I want you to know. So if you come from Africa, whether you're a lawyer or you are a doctor or you are a teller or you are a nurse, whatever thing you are doing back home, you must come here and get yourself integrate into the system. And for you to integrate into the system, to get to do whatever you were doing back home, you must follow some protocol, which is like evaluate your certification. Then they may ask you to write their own board exam, standardize their American board exam for whatever you were doing. And then you might be asked also to go do some clinical, some kind of training before you will be able to work with that certification that you bring back home. So I want us to get that clear. So if you are that person that you feel that the certification you have back home is enough for you, then I don't think America is the right place for you, because it will not be easy for you to do anything except you want to stay on doing menial job in America. That is the truth. You must go some kind of school in America, do some kind of certification or do some kind of in-training and other stuff for you to be able to work in America. That is what American education is different from the rest of the world, because they have their own system, they have their own way they want things to work, and everybody to join the workforce in a particular domain must meet certain criteria for that domain. So for example, if you're a nursing, you must pass the board exam. If you are a doctor and you're a doctor back home, you must come here and do the exam that doctors do and do some kind of clinical here. If you are a veterinary doctor, the same, you must come here, follow the protocol to do that exam for whatever you were doing for veterinary doctor before you do some clinical, before you join the veterinary club. Yes, so they have their own system and you cannot beat that. That is how it is. Now, my focus on American education is that when we come here new, the best way for move from doing the manual job, which I call a new man task, like I explained in my other video, that when you come here new, while you're waiting for your paperwork to come through, you must do some kind of work to get life going, you know, to put food on your table. You must do some kind of manual job. That manual job I call a new man task, because to be honest, you are not supposed to be doing that job after 5 years, 10 years in living in America. You are still doing manual job. Means that you lost your sense of coming to America. That job is just for you to put food for your table while you are working to finish that school or that program or that certification that you need for you to get a better job. So what I'm saying is you must go to school when you come to America. I cannot say that I can say that anytime, any day. You want a better life in America, you must go to some kind of school in America. That is the truth. If you don't want, then you are wasting your time in America, because after a certain period of time, your body will not be able to tolerate the hard work of those menial jobs that you will be doing, that you are doing. For how long will you be a nursing assistant? For how long will you be a security? For how long will you work in McDonald's? For how long will you be a taxi driver? For how long would you be a security? So those jobs are okay when you just come to America. But my brothers and sisters, don't hold on to that job as if your life will only depend on those jobs. It is not correct. You should be able to go back to school when you come in America. The good thing with going back to school, which I like with American education system, which is what I want to explain here, is that no matter the level at which you stop back home, you have the opportunity to go back to school in America. You do. No matter the level of education. I don't care whether I not be finished primary school. I don't care whether I be drop out from secondary school. I don't care whether I be get degree for Cameroon or what. You can still go back to school in America. All you need to do is the willingness to do it. They have adult educations, which can start you from any level. They have English classes. If you say you were somebody who don't know English, you want to go back to school, you can start by learning English. From the English, you go till you graduate with a certification that you want. You can go back to school no matter where you stop before coming to America. That is a very important opportunity that I want us to use it. There is nothing like I stop back home too low, I cannot continue. You can. It all depends if whether you want it, because schooling here does not, it doesn't mean that there's an age limit for certain kind of school. There is no age limit for school in America. You can go to school anytime you want. That's one thing I want us to clarify about it. Secondly, about education that I want to clarify is that, my sisters and my brothers, when you come to a country where you are an immigrant, I am not, this one, please don't get me wrong. This is not about being racist. This is about being factual. When you come to a country that you are an immigrant, already realize that your privileges will be a little bit different. There are certain things, certain kinds of job that you getting those jobs will be difficult. They might be difficult because of your language. They might be difficult because the age at which you want to start going to look for that job. They might be difficult because you don't have experience that is needed for that job, because you're coming in of a certain age. They might be different because of your work ethics. They might be difficult. So, please, if you come here at a certain age and you want to go back to school to better your life, please look for those professions that you will not have limitation to get a job after you graduate school. Do your homework. Look for jobs that it is easier for you to find a job after you graduate their school. I talk these things so because I don't even know how sometimes would you think. You come here in your late 20s, in your 30s. You know nothing about computer. You never even type keyboard before you come America. You woke up, talk, so you want to go do something in regards to computer, something where it go need you speed, where it go need you for know that thing. And you feel, and then the first one I said, they didn't even go now for go to school, say where you go do the whole course, where you go learn them from scratch. Somebody go they take partial program into that computer thing. And you feel, say, when you graduate, there your partial thing where you go do, and then you have course where you go do. You go get the job where you hear them over the news, so you're supposed to get that kind of job, and you feel so you go get them. Without you knowing anything first, you graduate their course first. Who they go hire them first if they want to hire you for that job? I'll give example. That picking where you grow up for this America way from year one, it already manipulate with electronic. It already type keyboard. It already know in and out for computer. Now who they go take them for that job? If you put on a resume for that job, I want more to think this thing fine. Now who do go take them? That picking way computer 19 way grow time for year, or you where you come here in the age of late 20s, early 30s before you even see computer, before you say you type keyboard. Now you do go hire them on that picking. Now one thing that I want more to pay attention. Another one, a person where you go school say you go teach. You want to go teach, which subject you do? English language. More be honest. You want to go teach English language, if they put your resume somewhere, you put your resume for a position, and somebody where they born you for here for America, put your resume for that English. Who you feel say they go pick them? Where you grow, born with English, you talk them, you use the same asset like them. Who you feel say they go hire them for that job? This one are just examples of what they get. Another thing where you want to pay attention when you go school na say waiting. Look at job them where they get out of fashion. No go take work, no go to pay money, go to take student loan, for go find work way, for go do subject where you know say you go out of fashion. I go give you an example. Accounting and one. Accounting and one. Accounting is going out of fashion. Why is it going out of fashion? Because with the development, with the technology where we live today, there's so many softwares to help people with accounting issues. So much that the rate of people employing accountants are very minimal. So you going to school to become an accountant, where do you intend to get a job if you lose your accounting job? That's another one. Another thing is pharmacists. I be sorry, but yes, pharmacy. You go to school so many years to become a pharmacist. First, the pay rate is not good. That's one thing I just put in another side. Secondly, with the delivering, with the internet shopping, Amazon is delivering people medication at home preset. Me say, if you take morning, afternoon, evening, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday through Friday, they already preset them for you. Amazon get those kind of delivering. Do you think, or don't you see the future, that very soon retailers that are doing pharmacy retailers will be closing down? You not get for the thing that's in them. They could close down. Wait till they try for talk and say, wait, when we want go school, put your critical thinking. It's like somebody to come up here, come here, go school. Tell me say you do healthcare administration, waiting to become a hawk. You want to become a hawk. How much hawks do they hire a year? How many places uses hawk? Or you go to school and say you want to become occupational therapist or physical therapist or this kind of therapist. How many places hire physical therapists a year? Only hospitals, I think, and long-term homes. And rehabilitation things. How many are there? They are there. So if you want to venture in healthcare, why don't you venture on subject on things like nurses or doctors or things next practitioner or things that you will not lack work? If you want to go to computer, why don't you go to computer on new innovational things? Don't go and be doing data management. Today, data management, everybody can do data management. Everything is moving to the cloud, and you go to do computer, you are doing data management. When we are now today talking about cloud management. That's what I'm talking about. I want us to be smart when it comes to what subject and what things we are going to learn in school. Because the student loan is there available for you to take, but it's not for free. When you finish that school, you will have to pay back that student loan. So I want them to get this fact clean. You will have to pay back that student loan. So rather than for you for go to take subjects and when you come out for that school, find work, you go make and so. If you manage get one, they fire you, you go make her again so. You go stay her for so many times, so many years before you find another job. Why going to that kind of school? What is the purpose of you taking the student loan when you go end up still to do nursing assistant work or the work for group home? Because now so where that put they end up they go do subjects for school and not make sense. Year after year they are still working in a group home. Year after year they are still being a nursing assistant. But they get student loan where they pile for their pockets where they need for pay and back. My sister and my brothers will get for be wise up. We will not come for here for can lose sense. We come for here for can do this, can make money. Not before can lose sense. They take things and way you go stuck with them. Affect your life many years down the road. More wise up. Another final one I want to talk for this school own. Now say waiting. I know, say for America, when you go school, you know they pay student loan so long as you still be registered for school. Hence the reason why people that you go so much further for education. I mean, people to go to PhD and stuff like that, which is good. But make we also be wise on this thing, my sister and my brothers. I talk this one because a lot of people, the way that they still continue to go school year after year, simply because they don't want to pay that student loan. News alert. Any year where you stop for finish for go that school, that loan day they wait you with the interest and way they wait you for wherever year where you finish for go that school. You want go school because if you want further your education after you get a good job, you want further your education, go to school because you see and say it go impact your job, it go impact your financial status to the better. No go school because say you run away for pay financial loan, for pay your student loan. I did talk this also because people do go school for the country, continue for the go school, 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 never finish graduate school. Like say that money na free. You feel go school, I not deny. Go school to the highest level, it is good. Only it is good only if you cannot say that subject where you do them, that thing where you go that school more, go add your paycheck, hence make you be able to pay that student loan faster. And the thing why I try for talk. I'll give you an example. Wait till what I mean for someone to understand this point where person day is 45 years old or is 40 years old. You already be a BSNS. You decide say you want to go be nurse practitioner, for example. When you're already in your 40s, so you start want to go back for school for nurse practitioner. It's good. You go your 40s, you go finish nurse practitioner like which is like 50, right? Or 55. People they go do DMP 55, 60. Okay. Now more talk on the pay and depending on where you go do. Because me I prefer me you go that school go be nurse practitioner. Let's just go do the DMP. Why I talk so? If you die, if you have a certain age. By the time one finish DMP, you go there how old? More talk this matter correctly. By the time one finish DMP, you go there how old? Then when you finish DMP, where to go be the job where you go get them, where you go add money for you for be able for pay because that loan don't add and add and add over those years the way you go to school, correct or not? If I wrong, wanna tell me. That loan don't add and add, right? Interest too don't add and add, right? By the time you finish DMP, you are talking about $100,000, at least 75 plus, if I'm not lying, 75 plus $1,000 that you're owing for student loan. You are owing $75,000 plus for student loan. How old are you before you start for pay that student loan? So are you starting to pay that student loan? You finish that DMP, you are 60 or you are 55. Retirement age is what age? 67 in America. Or do you intend for the take work stick to go work? Retirement age now what? 67? Yes, I know people don't retire. They continue to work. So wait till I talk this part for this extended education after a certain age. After when you already get a work where you provide you, where you be comfortable. Why they talk this thing now? Because of waiting. I want more wise up for this going back to school, which is good after you already get math. I give an example like person already get a good job, already get a master's degree, you already get a good job. Now you are going back to that school. When do you intend to retire? That's what matters. So I want someone to be smart about this thing. You want to go back for the school, fine. But do the assessment before you go back for the school. Wait to be a plan for you after 65 years old. Now say you go continue for the work or now say you want to retire. Because if you plan for retire for 67 years old and then you go school till you are 60 years old, how do you intend to pay that student loan? Because that student loan debt, I bet una no know na die remover. You go pay that money so long as you dey alive because now loan wey they know the forgiver. Now die, go do one. So you want die as a loner, or you want try for say after a certain time, after a certain school year, for you were there a certain age where you know so you not get too much age for work before you retire. Do you want to retire peacefully and enjoy the rest of your life? Or do you want to continue work to your 80 and so and be working with worker stick because you were trying to get a name of being a professor? I want more think this thing fine. I want more not think this thing fine. I know so many people with master's degree at the talk as a nurse. I know so many nurses with master degrees in nursing where they never come out for floor nursing. They are still working with me as a floor nurse. The master degree has not had any franc on their paycheck, has not increased anything. They are not getting any managerial job. They are still there doing floor nursing with people who just have BS and bachelors in nursing. So, is it worth it to go take the extra loan and still come and be doing floor nursing with every other person and be paid like every other person? Because we come with master degree, some companies will give you extra $2 an hour, which makes no difference for a floor nurse where you get experience as a floor nurse where you earn $50 an hour. The floor nurse, depending on where you work, your experience adds your salary. So you go come out that school, come with master degree, and man not like with a master degree, you are a new man because you are new to master degree. So your pay, even if you get a job and pay master degree, it's not going to pay you much different from where you are floor nursing be the end. And you work with plenty nurses where they get master's degree in their hand. Now I make me to think this thing. Is it worth it? That's just example. I just talk nurses, but I know say for any other field and they, but I can only talk to what I know and what I witness. Is it worth it to take that extra loan for go get that name doctor, where the doctor not the add any more finance in your pocket? Now I want more talk about that. Is it worth it? We need for start be financial prudence. We come here for make goods out of our life. We'll not go just take foolishness because you think say if you continue to go to school, you not go pay that student loan. That's what I call and say foolishness. Picking the way they're young, they feel go to school, you know, go to school. In fact, if I see young picking where they way you know go to school to that PhD level, I don't know what you can do in America. Because you go graduate with a level and you get enough time to work and pay back the loan. Versus somebody where they can become a doctor in their 50s, how many more years do you have to work? Let's be honest. Or you don't plan to retire, you plan to die working. That's the point I'm talking about. We want to be smart about decisions we are making when it comes to financial decision. You cannot run away from student loan except you die. Do you want to kill yourself because of student loan? Or do you want to just focus and you have your bachelor's degree, you are of a certain age, you are making your money as what you're doing, and you do a job that you know you can always have a job, and you grow with your experience in your job. Do some certification that will add value to that your job, certification that you don't need to take loan for, that you can pay out of pocket to help you grow in that job for the rest of the times that you have to work. Or go back and add loan on top of the other one you already have that you will not have enough time to work to pay it back. That is what I am talking about. We want to be careful because, again, the loans we take will not only affect us and our children coming up. If you don't know, if you get bad credit, you cannot co-sign for your picking them when they want to go college, their student loan. Because if you don't know, certain age they will not be legal for co-sign for loan, for especially for student loan. So now parents them, get for co-sign for that they are picking them their student loan. So if they broke your credit for things the way they add you financial value, significant financial value, then it not only affects you, it affects you to a point where it affects your picking them when they want to go college. If you don't know. I know so many people the way they there for this outside. Where when they're picking they want to go college, they find people them left and right for co-sign for their picking their college because of their bad credit they have. So your education is intertwined with your financial health, which is why I made this educational video after I made the financial video, American money. So I want my sister, the more will be smart. May will take time for assess things before we do it. Don't just go and do things because you see AYZ is doing. Do things because you know it fits your goals. Because you know you can handle it. Because you know you have the ability to do it and it will not affect you down the road. Please make wise decision. Stop making decision because you see somebody doing it. That is what I want to say. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. God bless you. I love you now.